Okay, we have the fabric here, and we have to prepare it before we can do anything with attaching it onto wood furniture. And the first step is to sew around the edges, and that's just to keep it from fraying. And then we're going to give it a gentle washing in some warm water. Okay, here we have our fabric hanging out on the line to dry, and it's a good idea to line dry it and not put it in a dryer. I also noticed that as you put the Mod Podge on the fabric, it tends to loosen it up. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to pull this masking tape that's holding it down, and I'm going to tighten it up a little so that it's nice and flat. As that fabric gets the Mod Podge on it, it starts to expand a little bit, and these little wrinkles start forming. So I want to pull it tight again and retape it onto the wax paper. Okay, so I've got that. It's all Mod Podged. I'm just going to go over it with the brush lightly if there's any areas that I see might need a little more spreading. Okay, I think it's important to use a brand new brush with a sharp edge for putting the Mod Podge on. There's 3 reasons for this. First of all, a brush that might have some old paint in it might dissolve and streak the Mod Podge with color. The second reason would be you want this real sharp edge on a new brush to get a nice smooth stroke on the fabric with the Mod Podge. And the third thing would be that you don't want a brush that's frayed up, because it might be dropping bristle pieces that are breaking off and getting stuck in the Mod Podge. So start with a nice, fresh, clean brush. And now just let the whole thing dry. So I have it in a room where no one's going to be walking by and raising any dust, and no animal hair getting into it or anything else. So hopefully this will dry, and it's going to be a sealed piece of fabric. Now it's going to get other coats of Mod Podge on. This is just the thin coat that makes it easier to cut it out. After this, it's going to be measured. I'm going to make a template for the areas of wood that I want, and then I'm going to use that template to cut out the fabric. And I just noticed something here I hadn't noticed before. It's very detailed, this man. I don't know if you can see it, but he has a really thin net that he's throwing there, and that's the first time I noticed that. So let it dry and then see what we've got.